Okay, so in this video class, we're going to apply what we learned in our presentation in last video, no? So we discussed in our previous video class about scanf, no? Scanf function used to input single character or sequence of characters from a keyboard. It needs the control string codes enabled to recognize. Okay, so this time class we're going to apply it. Okay, so here we have here an example of our program. So in this case class, the same pa rin yung beginning tapos yung last ng program natin. But we have here the application of scanf. So as you can see here, uh, we have here the we need to uh, we need to have we need to we need to declare. So here we need to declare our variables. In this case, we have two variables here. We have the variable name and then the variable age. So the type of data, so kung variable name natin, ang type of data niya is char or character. And then yung age natin plus, yung age natin, ang type of data niya is integer. Di ba nakita nyo? Again, our first variable here is name. No? So, mag-input man tayo ng name. I-identify na, i-declare natin yan that our variable name, this is a character. And then, bakit merong bracket na 10? Ibig sabihin dito class, maximum na ma-input natin na character, at least 10 letters, no? And then our next variable na i-declare class is age, and age class is an integer, no? Age is an integer. Okay? And then after that, kailangan na natin i-input, no, yung enter name. So this is an example of our output, no? So enter name, ayan, you're going to input your name. Kaya dito papasok si scanf, no? So dito siya papasok si scanf, and %s, it is because it is a character, no? Not %s siya because it is a word, no? %s, and then uh, and that uh, value class is, ang tawag sa variable na yan is name, no? And then another, uh, ilabas natin sa screen natin enter age. So enter age class, ito yung variable na age natin is an integer. So meaning %d, and this %d represents our variable age. And then after that class, i-out naman sa screen natin, hello, %s. Ang %s represents kung ano yung in-input mo na name. No, for example, ang input mo na name is John. Okay? So, meaning, ito, hello, and %s represents John. You are, and then %d. %d represents kung ano yung age na in-input mo. You are %d years old. And then %s, this is variable name, and then %d refers to variable age. So, ang hitabo rin class, i-enter mo si John, no? Pag enter mo na, scanf siya, and then i-out niya, no? Out niya ngayon. So, enter name, and then pasok dito si John. And then, i-enter mo yung age, pasok dito si age, for example, 16. So, ito yung kalabasan, no? And then, out mo niya, hello John, you are 16 years old. Okay? So, tingnan natin, tas i-run natin ito sa program natin. Doon tayo sa ating actual program. So, dito na tayo ngayon sa ating compiler. So, ito, no? So, try natin. I-run natin itong program na to. So, execute. Okay. So, execute natin. Okay, run the program. Okay, no? So, enter natin yung name na John. Enter. Okay, age 16. Ayan, no? Hello, John. You are 16 years old. Okay, no? So, try natin class, i-input class. Diba sabi ko class, yung dineclare natin dito na variable is integer. Try natin na hindi integer yung ipasok natin. Okay? So, name si John. And then, 16.5. Okay, no? So, ano nangyari class? Ang pumasok class is 16 only, no? Bakit wala, 16.7 pala, no? So, yung in-enter natin, ulit natin ha, John, enter name, John. Okay, so actually class, sa program natin, yung pinasok natin, yung dineclare natin class sa variable natin is integer. What if class, hindi integer yung ipasok natin? For example, we have here 16.5. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung ano yung kalabasan nito. What is the output of this? Okay. Hello, John. Your age, hello, John. You are 16 years old. So, asan yung 0.5? So, hindi lumabas yung 0.5 class kasi whole number lang kasi ito. So, hindi niya binasa yung 0.5 kasi integer lang siya. No? Paano basahin niya? Magiging 16.5 lang ito pag yung variable natin, dineclare natin as float. Okay? So, ito yung example ng program natin. First program for today. Okay. Our next program class is our next program adds and multiplies two values. So, in this case class, magawa tayo ng simple calculator, no? Gawa tayo ng simple calculator. We're going this program able to add and multiply two values, no? So, again so nag-declare tayo ng mga variables dito, meaning integer lang lahat din, meaning whole numbers lang 'yon, no? So, we have here we have variable a, and this variable a represents our first value to be entered, no? And letter b, variable b is our variable b represents our second value. And then we have variable c. Kung makita nyo sa program natin, c represents the product of a plus b. And e represents what? Sandali, no? So, C, we have here, C represents the sum of A plus B, no? The sum of A and B. And then variable E represents what? The product of A and B. Okay? So, tingnan natin, no? Ito, printf, enter your first value, and then naka% D because integer siya. And percent %d refers to our variable a. Printf, enter your second value. Scanf, so input natin itong variable b natin, no? Percent %d. And after that, ito yung input natin. I-process yan, no? Whatever numbers class, input nyo a plus b, automatic class mag-add siya. The sum of two values is percent %d refer to our variable c. So ano yung output, no? During the process, i-out niya dito, no? The sum of two values is percent %d refers to the sum of a and b. Then another output class, the product of two numbers is percent %d represents what? E. E is the product of A and B. So this is the sample output class, no? enter your first value, 34, enter your second value, 56. The sum of two values is 90. The product of two values is 1,904. Okay, so let's proceed to our actual working program. Okay, so eto na yung program natin. So execute, we have compile and run. Okay, no? So enter our first value. Let's for example we have 10, no? And then second value we have 25. Okay. Yan. So the sum of two values is 35 and the product of the two values is 250. Okay? So ganito lang siya ka dali, no? Okay, class. What if class ano ko dito? I-try kong kasi naka-integer lang tayo, no? What if try ko class na anong mangyari class? No? Anong mangyari if i-run ko to class tapos ang i-enter ko not an integer. Okay, so i-try na natin class, no? Try natin na input natin dito what if ang na-declare natin na variable is integer tapos ang input natin is a decimal number. Okay, so try natin. So compile and run. For example 12.3. Ayan, no? So diretso siya ng ano, hindi na inintay yung second value. Ito natin. Run. So, let's say for example, 23.5. Ayun. So, hindi na tayo pina-input ng second value kasi mali yung input natin. Dapat ano lang siya, no? Integer. Try natin. Sandali. Okay. So, run. Walang problema class pag integer, no? Okay siya. Pero pag i-input natin, kasi nakasulat ito is, yung naka-declare natin is integer, no? Tapos yung in-input natin is not an integer, kaya yan, 1.3. Yun, no? So, hindi na tayo pa-input ng second value. Kasi ang nangyari, nagka-error tayo, it is because yung dineclare natin na variable is only for integer. Okay, what if class i-declare natin itong instead of int, gawin nating float. Okay, yan yung next natin na program. Okay, so yun, no? So instead of int, ginawa nating float, no? Ginawa nating float. Tapos, pinalitan natin yung %t, ginawa nating %f. Yan, %f. And then, output %f lahat. Okay, try natin. Execute, no? Run. Enter 12.5. Yun, no? Pina-input tayo ng second value. Kanina, wala, di ba? Kasi, nag-error tayo kanina kasi ang declaration ng kanina sa variable, integer, tapos nag-input tayo not integer, kaya nag-error yung program natin. Pero dito class, kasi yung input natin, okay, nakita yun naman, na naka-float, yan, tapos %f, so okay lang, no? So, 23.6. Yan, so walang problema class, no? So ito, nakita nyo class, na yung answer natin class is napakahaba, no? 36.09998 295.000. In this case class, kasi naka-float tayo tapos hindi natin nilimit. Our next program class, ilimit natin, for example, gusto lang natin na yung output ng program natin is hanggang 3 decimal places lang. Now, let's say, for example, 36.099 or 295.000, pwede na yun. I-limit natin i-round up natin into how many decimal places. That is our next program, no? O paano i-execute yan. So, in that case, so, pwede natin itong class, no? So, for example, check natin class, i-limit natin, gawin natin itong, ang output niya, gawin nating 0, gawin nating 0.3f, no? 0.3f, tapos itong sa product naman, 0.3f. Okay? So, meaning, i-limit natin, i-round up natin into 3 decimal places. And don't forget to save, no? Save as. So, careful tayo class ha. Pag mag-save tayo class, pag mag-edit tayo, save as type, no? Pag C++ yun, mag-error yung program natin. Dapat dito tayo sa C source file. Kasi yung program na ginamit natin is C, not C++. Okay, no? Yes. Okay, try natin ulit. Delete muna natin to. Ayan, delete natin. Okay. So, execute. Run. Okay, no? So, target natin class yung output natin to 3 decimal places. 23.56. 14.7. Okay, no? Nakita natin, no? Na 38.260. The product of the two values is 346.332. Meaning, na round up natin, it is because class, sa nakita nyo, ayan, no? Naka percent 0.3f. Ibig sabihin nun, ni-round up natin into 3 decimal places. Okay? So, we are done with this. So, we're going to proceed to our next program. Okay, no? So, eto na siya, class, no? Eto na. So, eto na siya. So, dito, class, we have here, yan, 0.3f. 0.3f up to 3 decimal places lang, decimal places only yung i-input natin, no? Gaya nito, no? Yan. Ito din. So, here, ito yung sabi ko yung last program natin for this meeting class is a simple calculator class. This program able to add, divide, subtract, and multiply two values, no? Input natin two inputted values, no? So, we have here, so naka-float siya. Ayan. Tapos, yung last niya is naka-percent kasi i-round up, yung final answer natin, i-round up natin into 3 decimal places. Kaya ito, no? Percent 0.3f, percent 0.3f. Ayan. So, ito yung declare, ito yung variables natin na i-declare natin. We have variable A, B, C, E, F, and G. So, ito yung mga variables natin na gagamitin. Dapat i-declare natin. So, dinideclare natin yung mga variables natin. Ano yun? We have A, B, C, E, F, and G as float. Okay? So, input tayo. So, ito yung input na part ng program. No? Yan. So, ito yung variable. Diba? Ito yung mga variable natin. Then, here we have input. No? We have here input. So, i-input natin. So, ito yung kalabasan yan. No? Input your first value. Yan. Enter your first value. Enter your second value. So, ito yung input natin. And then, after that, we have here the processing. So, walang problema naman class kasi naka-declare itong mga variables natin. So, C represents addition, no? Ang i-process niya is addition. E, i-process niya is the product, no? Multiplication. F, i-process niya is the difference, minus. And G, ang i-process niya is the quotient, no? So, i-divide niya. So, input, and here is the process, no? The process. Okay. The process. And then, we have here the output, no? Ito yung output. The variable declaration, the input, the process, and then we have here the output, no? Okay. Ito yung output. Diba? Ito na yung ano ng program class. We have here the variable declaration, we have the input, we have the process, and then we have the output. So, yeah, no? Try natin class, no? Natin itong proceed tayo doon sa working program natin. Okay. So, nandito na tayo class sa working program natin. So, ito na. Try natin ha. So, execute. Yan. So, first value we have here, let's say for example, 23.05. And then, enter. I-try natin class na yung second value natin is mas malaki pa, no? Para meron tayong difference na negative numbers. Okay, let's say we have here 105.003. Okay. Tingnan natin. Enter natin. Ayan. Okay. So, tama tayo, no? So, the difference of the two values is negative 81.953. Kasi, sinadject ko to, try natin, i-check natin na kung mag-output ba yung program natin negative numbers. So, tama naman, no? So, 23.05 minus 105.003. The answer is, the difference is negative 81.953. The sum of two values, so target natin is 3 decimal places. So, ayan, no? So, lumabas din, no? So, the product of the two values is 2,420.319 and so on and so forth. Okay? So, in this program class, nakagawa tayo ng simple calculator. Okay. Next meeting class, our program class, target natin doon sa mga conditional statement, no? Gagamitin natin yung flowchart na ginawa yung mga algorithm class, no? If and else condition, no? If and then, no? If and then condition, yung mga conditional statement. That is our next lesson. So, for today, nakagawa tayo ng simple calculator using C language. Okay? So, see you next meeting.